Hi, pastors and ministry leaders. My name is Christine. I'm one of the specialists here at StartCHURCH. Creating a budget for your church can be an intimidating process, and pastors and ministers may not always have the needed financial experience to budget for a church or ministry properly. However, at StartCHURCH, we want you to know that it is possible to make the process stress-free and rewarding. In this video, you'll learn 3 tips to create the best budget for your organization. So here we go. Tip number 1, determine your church's income for the next year. A good starting point is to gather your church's past income history, like your income statements for the last 3 years. If you don't have an income statement, go to your bank account deposits, which will include tithe, missions, building fund, special projects, etc. The key is to be detailed in tracking every penny and assigning them accordingly. Some common sources of income for churches include offerings, tithes, charitable donations, building fund, and vision funds, just to name a few. Tip number 2, determine your expenses for the next year. You can create as many accounts as you need for your expenses, such as utilities, salaries, mortgage or rental payments, and so much more. These are your primary operating expenses, and they typically will be the necessary expenses each month to operate, and they usually do not change much in amount. Your maintenance account or benevolence account are 2 areas that most churches have a hard time gauging during the year due to unforeseen circumstances like the AC going out, having a leaky roof, or assistance with funeral expenses for a member of your organization. Having to spend money on unanticipated repairs or events can throw your budget into disarray if not planned for accordingly. It would be wise to build an extra amount in this area, especially if your church is older. Tip number 3, focus on your budget expenses. One of the biggest don'ts in budgeting is setting more expenses than income. It is imperative to monitor your budget totals and your net revenue each month to gauge your organization's stability and growth. Once you have your totals on what you've spent in each category, you need to make some decisions about things like, in which categories do we need to spend less money? What should we cut back in this year? Can we raise the budget for this category? On what categories do we anticipate spending less money? Many pastors and ministers confess that the time they spend working through church finances steals their passion for other things, leading them to ask themselves, how can I get back to doing what I love? If you can relate, then we have great news for you. With StartCHURCH Bookkeeping, we'll take care of your church's finances so you can focus on fulfilling your God-given calling to do ministry. So sign up today so you can get back to loving people and changing lives. Give us a call to speak to a specialist at 844-304-5824. It would be an honor to serve you and your ministry.